Pray for internet success, guys. Welcome back to Live at the Stexy. What?
Don't you just love the way that sounds?
I really do, but like, also, are you Nicole Kidman with your weird hand clap?
Oh,
like she does this and you do this. Like
that was very pedophile of me. Like I feel like all pedophiles clap like this.
Hello, hello. Good to see you, everyone. I don't know why that's a pedo voice. Speaking of bad people, Brett Hankinson, Miles Cosgrove, Jonathan Mattingly arrest the cops who killed Breonna Taylor. Day 23 of us saying it on this show. Day 165, I believe, since they have not been arrested since murdering Breonna Taylor. We're going to keep talking about it on the show. I guess as long as we fucking have to, which we'll see how long they make us. Steph Sabraw back in the house, though. Happy to have you. She's not in this house. She's in the house. It's a different house.
I'll be in that house soon.
Yeah, that's true. We don't know when, though. Steph and I are, well, okay, that's not true. Roxy is determined to go on some kind of a vacation. Steph is PIC and willing to tag along with me. Like, I have to get the fuck out of here. I have to.
Yeah. If I was in LA this entire time, I would be so desperate, like probably more desperate than you. So I feel that.
But I'm really stressed right now because I felt like this weekend was the weekend. And then all of a sudden I was like, shit, DC Fandom is on Saturday. That's like my bread and butter. So now I'm wondering. It was a realization in the last 30 minutes, but like, I don't know. It's just very stressful. And also like, I don't necessarily need to go on a weekend because the weekends and the weekdays are kind of the same thing. However, I really need 2 days that are not fucking here. I need them.
Yeah.
I need them.
So maybe we go like Monday and Tuesday or something and then stream from there.
Possibly. That could be cool. But also Steph here this weekend.
Yeah.
Maybe I should just come to you this weekend. I don't know.
That could definitely be a thing.
I know. But then the Saturday thing is still an issue. What am I going to do? Post up inside the whole day and watch DC Fandom as a 24-hour event?
Yeah, who cares?
But like, then I would just be here. Like the whole point of going there is to be by the pool and like hang.
Yeah, but
what's the but? Come up with the but quickly.
We can make it work.
I don't know that I can make shit work. Guys, it is also so hot here. It's crazy. So hot that Steph had a little fainting episode yesterday.
You guys, it was so scary. So, no, this is a good teaching moment, though, that Roxy gave me. Basically, what happened was I was about to eat dinner with my family, and I started to feel really weird. And then when I was like, I need to go to the bathroom. And I was walking to my room, and my eyes started to black out. And so I, like, felt my way to the bathroom, sat down, and was doing, like, these deep breathing techniques. And was like, okay, I think I'm starting to come to, but I'm drenched in sweat. I like broke out in a hot sweat. And so I was like, I need water on me. So I go to put my head in under the sink. And then as soon as I do that, I fainted and I passed out for about 3 to 5 minutes, blacked out, have no idea what happened. So apparently you don't do that. Rox, can you explain?
Yeah, I definitely can. No, I can't say much more than that, but like what I do know as a non-scientist, non-doctor, what I know is being told by scientists and doctors. Is a doctor a scientist, by the way? I feel like of some sort. I don't think like you understand biology and stuff. That was a science. So whatever. I was told growing up that if you feel like you're going to faint, what you do not do is put cold temperatures on your head, because there's something about like your head area that if you put cold water on there when you're feeling that way, that will make you pass out. So it's not like always putting cold water on your head will make you pass out, but if you are about to pass out and then you do that, then you will pass out, which is why like playing sports growing up, they put something on the back of your neck instead of the top of your head. So yeah, I'm not trying to say it's your fault, Steph, but also it is. You did,
but
this
also,
to yourself.
Yeah, maybe I really sent myself over the edge.
Yeah, guys, we got a lot of things to talk about on the show today. Number one, tonight we have World Girl Wednesdays, so that's why Steph is joining. Well, Steph is allowed to join us any day she wants, but we definitely have been having her on Wednesdays to talk about World Girl Wednesdays. We're really excited about tonight's show. We'll be talking about that in a little bit. There's also free Britney updates. I feel like once a week we're talking free Britney on the show now. I'm completely invested in this. I know that it's been 12 years that we've been saying it, but something about the last few months and being in quarantine, I feel like has really helped the free Britney case move forward. And on the 18th, which was yesterday, she was in trial and they're talking about the conservatorship. So we'll be breaking that down. Meg Thee Stallion posted pictures of her feet and then deleted them. No, this is not the fun kind of feet pics that we talk about on this show very often. These are the pictures of her feet after surgery, after being shot in the feet, that she felt the need to share because some people didn't believe her, or for bajillion other reasons. So it's a fucking crazy story. I was obsessed with Meg Thee Stallion before. I'm 5,000 times more obsessed with Meg Thee Stallion now. I love her so much. And speaking of Meg, her and Cardi are giving away $1 million for women empowerment. I mean, hashtag WAP party. I told you guys I have such an uncomfortability saying that word, but
yeah, I'll say it. Hashtag WAP party.
I feel like I need to say WAP still, but it is what it is.
You have the excuse to say I would sound so stupid, but you're a Bostonian. That
WAP.
would
it's a fucking WAP party, dude. Yeah, because I can't even say party. It's a WAP party. It's a what? WAP party.
Love that.
A what? Homie, what? Kevin Hart, guys. Yikes.
I could grab a foot to put in my mouth just to show what he's doing.
Shove that deep throat that foot right now because Kevin Hart, he just, what does 2020 need? Who do we have to stand up for this year? Definitely Ellen and Nick Cannon. Those seem like the two people that Kevin wants to, if that's his hill to die on, then Kevin, do your thing, I guess.
Everyone was asking for his opinion on this subject, so
nonstop.
I'm so relieved that he finally provided that.
For sure, Steph, like all the red carpets he's been doing, and they've been asking him at the premieres of all of his events for all the stuff that's coming out right now. I mean, he's just been doing a whole press tour, so everybody kept asking him. He finally responded, and he wants us to know he's in support of Ellen and Nick Cannon, who have treated him very well in the past. So, because that was the problem. Yep. We will talk about that. And also, as Steph reminded me right before the show, my fave couple of all time, Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston. Gosh, Team Jen forever are going to be working together again. It will be brief, but it will be glorious. So we already knew that Brad was part of the cast, but we already knew. Which one do we know? Jen was part of the cast already. Brad, one of them was already part of the Fast Times at Ridgemont High table read, and the other one got added, which means they'll be working together again. I've had this theory for a minute that they're back together. Ever since we saw the support at the award shows and knowing that he's not with Ange and she's not with Justin Theroux, and we've just seen some interactions take place. I also think that true love never dies, and it can morph into different things, but I feel like they never stopped loving each other. This is all from a complete spectator position.
You could feel the vibes / we forced the vibes.
I forced it.
Yeah, everyone wants it so bad that we're like, we feel the connection. But speaking of Justin Theroux, this is an update for Roxy that she will love. I started watching The Leftovers.
Oh my God.
Which is one of
where
Roxy.
Are you?
I'm on episode 5 now. 5. I'm about to start episode 5.
Do you understand what we've done? This is what we've done when we're not together. And I just don't know if you're clear on this. And I want you to know how much that we are obsessed with each other. So we are now, we're 60 miles away from each other? No, a little further than that. 150 miles away from each other? Yeah, okay. So we're 100 miles away from each other. And inadvertently, Steph's ride or die show Insecure, I started binging, and my ride or die show Leftovers, she started binging just to feel close to one another.
Yeah. That was totally it. There was no reason for me to watch Leftovers. It's a 5-year-old show basically. At this point,
no more new seasons coming out. No,
there's no news about it. But for something, my soul was you know what? I need to know all of the favorite shows because I watched Good Will Hunting again, which had been years. It's Rox's favorite movie. Then this happened. My mom is obsessed. she's just like.
So are you not quite there yet?
I'm not quite there. I don't think.
I think when Regina King gets added, you're gonna be next level.
I didn't know Regina King was
I
coming.
shouldn't have just spoiled that for you, but Regina King is coming. Every season of that show is different because they move. So season 2 is infinitely better than season 1, which is still great. But then season 3, like it just gets better and better, and like all the stuff is that show is so good.
Oh my gosh, you just like really filled my little quarantine up with so much joy.
Regina King was coming,
and we just finished Watchmen, and my mom and I just like gushed over Regina King for hours.
Yeah, she's very good.
I'm so excited.
She's very, very good. That is, she's the real one.
Okay, sure. Wow. Blessed be. My day is made.
Yeah. I'm obsessed with Insecure so far. I'm feeling very upset though, because like I'm on season 3. So I've been binging very quickly. I know. I don't know.
They're short episodes. They're really short episodes.
I have not slept in a long time. So I'm positive that Jay Ellis is my husband. So I'm unclear on how to move forward with that.
Yeah.
However, this was
Don't blame you.
So I was texting Winston last night about, what did I message me about some shit about my Instagram story, because you know how I post all those fucking stories, a million things, and he was making fun of me for one of my responses on something.
Which one?
He was explaining he was trying to explain to me simp. He was like, "You're not understanding simping.
Yeah, you're
just not getting." I don't get it.
You don't get it.
He's trying to explain it to me, and he was telling me like, we've butchered the Black vernacular a million times, and I've butchered this one, and I'm like, I'm totally sure I am butchering it. I have no fucking idea what this word means. I don't understand. I thought I wanted a simp. Now I definitely don't want a simp.
You don't.
But the feminist, feminist on Instagram @feminist posted this whole thing about how simping is amazing. So I read that, and I usually like their stuff. So I was like, oh, simp is great. And then I was fucking butchered online. Whatever.
Yeah.
So we're messaging back and forth, and we were having like a Black woman appreciation conversation. And he was just like, Black women have given us all the best things on the planet. And I was like, plus Insecure, which is just like, I'm living for it. So he asked me whose team I was on, which I didn't know was a thing because I haven't been up to date on the show. So I was like, wait, what do you mean? Because I didn't even realize that Team Daniel was a possibility. Like, to me, it's just like Jay Ellis it's just him. But we were going back and forth, and he was the love of his life is friends with fucking Issa. And he's like, do you want me to have Issa put in a good word with you? And I was like, I don't know what, I would die to date either Jay or Issa. I'll date either of them.
No, straight up. And that's why together as a couple, it's like, I don't want to see anything else in my life but them together.
Are they together in real life?
No, they're not.
Obviously,
Issa's too like keeps it 100 to ever, I feel like, date someone on set. She is the boss.
Yeah, but now I'm really upset because then I didn't know he was on the show. I just got to Kendrick Sampson's part, and I'm obsessed with him. So like, I don't even know what to do now.
I know. And like I'm just so happy that all of her choices are so at her level hot, because she deserves that. Usually like that doesn't happen, and it makes it hard for the viewer because you want her to date all of them. Yeah, I completely agree. And Daniel's hot as hell too. His body. Yeah, he is. Sorry, but the cum in the eye thing. Yeah, but I didn't think that was that bad. Here's the thing. Explain. Explain background. I don't want to give too much away about like who, what, whatever, but there's a situation in which I guess like the women on the show go to this class on how to give blowjobs, basically. And some of the women are like, I never give a blowjob. And some of them are like, I always give a blowjob. And half of them seem to think like, once you give a blowjob, a guy never looks at you the same again because he thinks you're a hoe or whatever. So they all decide that they're kind of going to like try it with their men. And so one of the women gives a blowjob to the guy she's dating. And when she's giving him a blowjob, like she pulls away and he came in on her face. And she like breaks up with him because of it. So I'm not saying it's ideal or good, but like, I feel like you don't have that much control. Like if you're about to come and somebody pulls away, you like, it didn't feel like he on purpose was like
trying to do that.
I need to review the tapes, coach, because originally when I saw it, it felt like he was kind of like pushing for that to happen, which some guys that turns them on, they like literally want to come in your face. And I am not the one to ever try that shit with, because that is disgusting and like potentially a pink eye could happen. So no.
I feel like you would need to give some kind of like you would both need to be on the same page, which they were clearly not, because I have no judgment about whatever you guys want to do in bed if that's what turns you on. She was clearly not on the same page as him, which is the problem. But you really think that, like, if somebody did that to you, you would break up with them?
It really depends on the situation. They weren't like full on dating. They were just like having fun, getting to know each other. And that says a lot about a person.
Wow. I do not feel that way. And like, this is not an announcement that I like to have to happen to me. This is so not that. I'm just saying, worth a conversation. Like, yo, I'm actually not fucking into that. Don't ever do that again.
Yeah. Part of it is that you are excellent at handling the most awkward conversations because you just keep it all the way 100. Sometimes like that's like awkward because if you know that's what someone's into and you're not, like, it's weird to navigate that. Like, no, dude.
Yeah, but the truth kind of is, Steph, any guy would be into that. There's not really a guy that probably wouldn't be into that. Like, that's what happens because you watch porn. So another question that was asked on my story.
Yeah, this was a great answer. Great answer by you.
Is good for couples. Like porn is good for relationships. And I only had 15 seconds to answer, but the longer answer, I guess, is I think it's healthy to watch porn, and it's fine to watch porn and to masturbate to porn. And if you're in a relationship and you're watching porn, you shouldn't hide that from your partner. You should be vocal about it.
Totally.
But it's fine. However, as somebody who has watched a bunch of porn, I know that a lot of women don't like what is done to them in porns to be done to them in real life. And what's not sexy is not making somebody feel sexy. Like, yeah, that's not sexy. So even in a porno, when they're getting cum on their face and they're like gobbling it up and like loving it, that doesn't mean that actual women like that shit, because why would somebody like that? And again, if you do, no worries, because maybe that turns you on. But like, think about it logically. So like, do most women like it when you spit in their mouth? The answer is probably no. That's probably no. So
or even touching our faces are very I was telling Roxy, I don't even let my dogs lick my face. Like, yeah, I can break out. Like, I don't, that's just not happening. I agree completely with the porn thing. Like, there are so many things, because obviously we've all had to explore many of porn sites. So you see what's on there, and then you really start to understand as a woman, oh, this is why so many of y'all like suck or do the weirdest shit in
bed that does not feel good.
A turn on. Yeah, like, because you saw it yeah. So I mean, there's so many different videos, and I'm like, what? How could this possibly turn me on? Because I know that she's not actually liking this.
Yeah, I know, 100%. Zeno Hour in here says, "Pitch World Girls review and grade porn."
Not a bad idea. We'd have to get a lot of rights cleared, but
yeah, very, very true. Or blur out some faces.
Maybe that would be like on our like OnlyFans episode or something where we like don't need copyright.
Yeah. Rules. I just think talk to your partner and see what they're into, because there are some people who are into that, like dom stuff. Whatever it is, choking or slapping, or even some people I'm sure are into spitting in their mouth. I definitely think that like, as a germaphobe,
Cardi
that's
just
like
said
literally
it
my
in
biggest
WAP.
fear. Yeah, spit in my mouth.
She clearly wants that. I don't. I don't.
I do not either. So like, talk to somebody. Don't just try that. Don't just come on somebody's face without having a conversation with them prior, being like, this is something I'm into, like that. Because no surprises, please. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming to our porn TED Talk. It's been lovely.
Look at what we're doing, breaking Steph into talking about sex.
I know, Roxy's like really, really trying to get me
Well, it was only because we were talking about it. It was already relevant to the conversation.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, we can move forward because that's so not what we were talking about today. But Leftovers is the greatest show. Insecure is the greatest show. Yes. All right. What's going on in here? Larry Lee says, guys, hit that like button. Thank you, Larry, for saying so. Really appreciate it. Spidey Sensei said, I passed out from heat exhaustion and basic training, and they made me drink 16 canteens of water. Be careful, Steph. Well, basic trainings. I mean, thank you for your service, Spidey Sensei.
Yeah.
And 16 canteens of water. Damn, that's wild. And be careful, Steph. Definitely agree with that. Nothing can happen to our staff. No. Sir Joker 40 said, hey, ladies, Roxy, I sent your poem to your Patreon. Is there a Patreon for the World Girls? I couldn't find it. I'll send Steph and Darina's poem to your Patreon, and you can send it to them. Stay phenom. Yeah, definitely you can. We are for sure going to create a Patreon.
Yeah.
Just haven't yet and not yet. I think we're trying to get more content out there. I'm trying to figure out exactly what we do one step at a time. Dee texted us this morning that we're at 1,000 watched hours on the World Girls, so we'll keep it going. As we announced previously, the World Girls episode tonight will still be on this channel, as this channel is already monetized, so we'll be able to make more money off of it. I guess that's the word. What's the word?
Moolah.
That will be there, but we also are going to be doing weekend streams on that channel. I think we've got a Thursday, Friday, Sunday stream. Not positive about that yet. Maybe just Thursday, Sunday.
Like Thursday and Sunday.
Okay. But we'll keep you guys posted. And then I believe a Monday also, hopefully with RB3.
Yes.
Okay. We'll announce all that tonight, though, so no worries about that. Before we do get into some of this news, Steph, what are we doing tonight?
Oh my gosh, guys, tonight's going to be so fun. We are doing a legitimate spelling bee. So all of you like me who are fans of the spelling bee that airs on ESPN every year, you know that it was canceled for the first time ever due to the pandemic. But we will be filling that cup because Winston is going to be our moderator. We found out that's the actual correct word. He's going to be actually doing doing the whole thing with us, giving us, we're going to have 20 words, and we all have our whiteboards where we're going to write down the words, and it's going to be a full-on competition. And then there's going to be a pretty bad thing that the loser has to do that we will announce.
Yeah, but I kind of think, should we ask them what they think?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So we were between a few things. Why didn't Dee understand the hairstyle one?
I don't know. I think maybe because she thinks like we would ask for a nice hairstyle, but it wouldn't be.
No, it's like pigtails and like a flower in it or some shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so the options right now for the losers are they have to stick for the last 5 minutes of the stream after they lose. They have to stick hot Cheetos up their nose. That is literally my biggest fear because I hate cheese. So like, I can't believe that's even an option. Also, it's the most annoying one because we would all have to try to go to the store to get hot Cheetos today.
Yeah.
But we could possibly try to figure it out. Based on a suggestion from you guys from yesterday, the loser has to wear a dunce cap. So we'd have to make one like out of a cone or whatever. And that would either be, instead of at the end of the stream today, I think that probably would be for a full episode.
Yeah.
What's going on with your face?
No, I'm listening. Yes.
Okay.
It would be for an episode. Yeah.
You're like, So there's that. Or the winner would get to choose what the loser's hairstyle would be for a full episode. That was a good one too. Were there other ones?
No, those are the top 3.
Okay. Or anything that you guys think of.
So send, write in the chat or streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer.
What were the prize ones?
There is no prize.
So it's only loser?
Yeah.
There's nothing for the winner?
Yeah. Maybe there could be a prize for the winner.
The loser should do the 1 chip challenge. No, we're scared of that during this time.
Yeah.
Shot of hot sauce. Dave says the hairstyle. Oh, well, you guys are all over the place. Maybe we should put out a poll on our Twitter.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a way better idea.
Full of good ideas.
You truly are. And then we'll just let that be the winner.
Yeah. All right. That sounds good. If you're not already subscribed, go to @TheWorldGirls because we got that good Twitter going on. and I've just been still like butchering them on. It's so fun for me. Can I have my fun? Like,
Yeah,
why
you
not?
can. You're really good at it.
Wow, thank you. But I do need to get made fun of myself, I think. So we're gonna have to figure out.
Yeah.
Like, do I make fun of myself, or do I just give them the login and they can make fun of me and then I can make fun of them? It's a risky
Maybe
game.
both. Yeah.
Yeah, possibly. Let's go to the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Thanks to anybody showing support today. All right. Matthew Gold in the Streamlabs said Renee Young is leaving WWE, possibly for AEW, to join Jon Moxley. Do you think she is making the right move? Do you think it's tough for couples to be working for rival companies? I did see that she was leaving the WWE. I'm guessing it's probably for AEW, just based off the fact that there's two companies that you could possibly go to, and that makes sense. Yeah, I do think it's tough for couples to be working for rival companies, and I think it's challenging if you are working for the competitor company to your husband. That can be really challenging. So to say whether or not something's the right move for somebody is hard because there's so many elements to that with her. For her career, I'm not sure. For her marriage, quite possibly, so maybe. Steph, you have a lot of thoughts on this, I'm sure.
Yeah, so many thoughts. Very
You're a big
complicated.
Renee Young person.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Totally. Thank you for asking that question, Matthew Gold. All right, should we get to some news?
Yes.
You know when there is news, but you're like, which one of these things do we? I guess
one.
Which one? Is there any? I feel like doing. Is it a fuck? Start with the fuck yeah. Go to the fuck no. I guess we'll start with Meg Thee Stallion stuff. She posted pictures of her feet on her Instagram and then deleted them. But they were already picked up by Page 6, TMZ, like all of the people with the feet pics. There was a picture that I saw. There was a close-up of her with the stitches. Then there was of the surgeon doing the surgery. And then there was also pictures of her at I don't know whether it was a club or that probably doesn't make sense, but whatever it was like a dark area with some friends in which she had her foot wrapped up in whatever. What is that white stuff that we used to wrap our
I don't even
what the fuck is that called? The white wrap.
Tape.
Yeah, whatever that is, whatever the fuck it is, she had her foot wrapped up in it. So there was a couple of different pictures that I've seen. Steph, you were the one who was telling me that one of the reasons she was doing this is because some of the people weren't believing that she was actually shot in the feet.
Yeah, there was multiple reasons. She said, like, she called out multiple things. One is that people weren't even believing her. The second was that they were
what the fuck?
Yeah,
Stick on that
exactly.
reason for a second.
Yeah.
So first of all, you would have to be an actual moron to make up getting shot in your feet because that's so provable or not provable that you would have to be a crazy sociopath to make that up. Yeah. So unless you think she's a sociopath, then to accuse her of that is honestly racist, sexist, any of those things. Just
100%. Both of those things combined.
Both those things.
It's exactly how Black women get treated when it comes to medical issues.
But it's no wonder then that people are so upset because you're being made to feel like you're crazy. Like, imagine getting shot multiple times in the feet by somebody that you care about. And imagine the trauma that goes along with that. And then imagine that coming out to the world, even though you tried not to get the world to know about it. And then them being like, okay, this isn't even something that Meg Thee Stallion leaked. However, Meg, you're a fucking liar. You weren't shot. What?
Like what? She should be getting nothing but love.
100%. And that's why this is so fucked up, because she must feel insane and be looking at the world like, are you guys kidding? Are you kidding?
Yeah.
What? Why would I ever?
She even has to explain herself is ridiculous. And she's the type of person that,
she won't even know who did it. She won't even say that it had. She wouldn't even confirm. Like, she was trying to protect everybody in this situation except herself, and still we call her a liar.
Yeah.
Okay. Good job, society. Anyway, sorry, Steph. What were the other reasons?
The biggest other reason was that since the accident, she took like a week off social media, and obviously to recover and probably go through the surgeries that she went through. and then joined her live. And then from then has been like really trying to like reclaim her life and happiness, and spoke on how she's like trying to, even more so than she already was, fill her life with people that give light and positivity around her. And so she's been going out, and obviously the WAP song came out and she's been celebrating, and people are like, because she's celebrating, she lied. And it's like, what?
Everybody mourn might be the incorrect word here, but whatever that term is for what she's going through, everybody mourns differently. Everybody does. That it doesn't take away from the fact that she was shot by a loved one in the foot multiple times while she was trying to exit a vehicle. So
she's 25. If she has a speedy recovery, thank God. She doesn't need to stay home to prove that she got shot, so that it's a normal type of recovery, which we don't even know what a foot recovery it looks like.
But this is something that women in general, I'm sure people as well, but especially women, go through a lot, where you're supposed to act a certain way when you've gone through trauma. And if you don't act that way, then you are fucked up, stupid, a liar, whatever those words are. Insert words that the public uses. So same thing. If you have gone through a breakup and you're out at a bar, then you are unavailable, just like stoic,
rebounding,
whatever the terms are. How about the fact that things happen in life and then you have to figure out ways to move forward? We are in a global pandemic. She just had the biggest #1 hit in a really long time. She is experiencing extreme trauma after being shot in both of her feet multiple times for trying to exit a vehicle after whatever it is that happened. And so what? So because the way we look at the situation, we think, Meg, you need to stay home and cry for at least, I don't know, another couple months. Then we'll let you go out. But no, not now, Meg. Not yet, honey. Stay home.
Like, is she posting photos of her running next to Usain Bolt? Like, she's literally just, promoting her song. She's like sitting in most of the photos. Yeah, but another interesting part about the post was that she said, shot in the back of the foot because I was walking away, which is new news like that is coming out of her mouth in terms of what, and that's why I think she had to take down the post of what had happened. And even more so, it shows like how innocent she was and how wrong of a experience this was that she had to go through. She was walking away.
What is happening to him?
I don't know. I haven't seen anything.
No news.
He's probably been forced to stay silent. Obviously, she's not going to say anything that like snitches on him. But I think putting that post up, probably both her lawyers and his, if whatever way he's involved, shut that shit down quickly.
I don't know that I would be able to do what she's doing, which is protect him.
I know.
I understand exactly why she is, but I don't know that I'd be able to do that.
Yeah, it's really hard.
Challenging situation. So Meg Thee Stallion for the win, not just because she's a badass bitch in general, but also because, like I said in the intro, her and Cardi are giving away $1 million for women empowerment. They are using the hashtag WAP Party. WAP Party.
WAP Party.
Fucking WAP Party. And I much prefer the term women to female. I hear the term female empowerment very often. Women empowerment, I think, is a doper way of phrasing it. I don't know why I feel that way.
I agree.
You do too?
Yeah, there's only a few times where I have to use female because it sounds so weird. Like #1 woman artist sounds worse than #1 female artist.
Yeah,
but women's empowerment, 100%. I'm a strong woman. I'm not a strong female. I would say you're a strong woman.
Yeah. How is this working, Steph? Do you know exactly where the $1 million is going? I see a lot of people use the hashtag. And that they're getting like Venmo'd $500 or certain amounts.
So they're partnering with Cash App. There's 2,000 winners that will win $500 each, and they'll be Cash App that money, and it's randomly selected. And I saw a few people already post that it was actually already coming through. I don't know where they are in that, but
I'm seeing
you
like
have to do it through Twitter.
An hour ago, somebody Zoe Stone posted, manifested. Wow. Thank you. Hashtag WAP Party. Sandwiches I poop poop peep peep poop poop pee pee is literally this person's name.
Nice.
Posting, and they're all posting the image of getting the. If you can see.
Oh, it's today through 8/20, so they might be. I can't see it. Oh, wait a little bit more. No, it's there. Yeah.
That looks like that. Everybody's posting, which is
Yes.
cool. Don't know why I need to show you that image. It's just a screenshot of what Cash App, I guess, looks like. But pretty cool. Pretty freaking cool. I don't know. So how do you submit yourself?
You tweet the hashtag WAP party, and then you could put in something if you want, like, oh, I'm
Did you do it?
No, I haven't done it, but I should do it. It's through 8/20, so all the women in here should do it. Because why not?
Pretty awesome. On this post alone, I posted hashtag WAP party, so maybe I can't say it without laughing, so that means that I can't just keep calling it that. Whatever. If you've taken away one thing from this conversation, is that Meg Thee Stallion is the fucking shit. I love her.
Her and Cardi B, it's just like, if you don't like them, it's you. You don't have to like their music, that's fine. But them as people are just awesome. And that's on period. I don't want to hear an explanation.
Straight up. Feel the same way. Track Stars said, thoughts on the DNC that's happening this week. You know what's crazy? We've not talked about the DNC at all this week, and we are on Wednesday. I will say I have not watched everything. I have watched some things. For me, what takes the cake so far happened on Monday, which was Michelle Obama's speech.
Facts.
She is everything. Can she be president?
Yeah, she is so incredible. She has become she started at being a pretty strong speaker at the beginning of President Obama's presidency, but now she's just like almost equal to him, and he's one of the greatest speech givers of all time.
And she really is. Like the emotion in her face was just so, like, I appreciated AOC's speech as well, but to me, Michelle is just like
same. And AOC's speech really confused people because they didn't understand how the
Sanders stuff. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
So
it was confusing. It was confusing. Yeah.
It was really insider. But did you see that Fox News reporter, Britt Hume, I believe is his name, said he said that Jill Biden's speech was actually really refreshing and will play well for the Democrats, as opposed to Michelle Obama's angry and angry. He said Jill Biden was likable, Michelle Obama was angry, which, like, are you sleeping under a rock? First of all, we don't use that when we're talking about black women.
Black women, yeah. It's just
like, it's just so, and how did you read angry? Michelle Obama has every right to be. Yeah, she has every right to be angry at all of the racism and hate that Fox News in particular and conservatives have been putting her through for over 10 years. But she hasn't. She's consistently been the most graceful person that's ever stepped foot in the White House in a lot of senses.
When they go low, I mean, come on, like, she is the definition of going high. She was emotional in that speech and passionate. And she's talking about our children. That's what she's talking about. Like, what we want to be able to look our kids in the face and say that we did. And I thought that was so smart and beautiful and looking towards the future. None of it gave off a fuck this, there's no hope, this is a disaster and we'll never get out of this. Like, those are things that I would think would be angry. So it's not even using the right term. Like, even if we knew that angry is not a thing that you should pair with black women, even if you don't know that, it's still, regardless of what she looks like, that's not the emotion that she's displaying. That's not even what's coming out.
And just contrasting a white woman and a black woman like that, and first of all, putting up two races against each other. Second of all, putting up two women against each other.
Wait, I thought you said he contrasted her with Joe Biden.
Jill Biden.
Oh.
Jill Biden's speech. And that makes it even grosser. It's just like, you are so, just say, first of all, you're fucking racist. And second of all, like, you have learned nothing about moving forward in 2020, how we speak about people and women specifically. Like, it's just, Fox News is so awful. And I can't say that enough.
You know how you have to be a registered sex offender? If you are a sex offender, you need to register, and there's those dots on the maps. Like, what if you had to be a registered racist? And like there was just dots on the map, and like so that Fox News reporter is a registered racist, and it's like, okay, you're allowed to speak then because freedom of speech, but I know you're a registered racist, so I know that going into this conversation.
Yeah. Please don't like speak to your blind audience as if you're not racist because you are.
You're a registered racist, so like you have any kind of like racist slurs or speech or whatever on your past, you're registered, and now we know.
Yeah,
and then speak. Go ahead. I think I just solved a lot of our problems very quickly here. If only they would listen to me and my brilliance.
Yeah, I know.
Fixing that one. Yeah,
fools.
Total fools. Let's talk Britney, guys. Free Britney. So we have been prepping for this for a minute on this show because we knew that Britney's trial was going to be on the 18th, which was yesterday. Is trial the right word? I'm speaking to Steph, so I'm sure she can help me a little bit on this. With the conservatorship, like she was going back to court on yesterday. Her dad had been talking about the fact that this was nobody else's business, but essentially what we find out yesterday is that what we have believed this whole time, she does not want her dad to be in charge of her estate or her conservatorship. She does not.
Yeah.
She's not wanted that for 12 years, but we haven't been able to really hear that sometimes because he has say over everything she says and does. So she can't be vocal about that. But she's made it abundantly clear that this is not what she fucking wants. So what did you take from this, Steph? How did you feel about the what I think is a trial, but I'm not exactly sure what the technical
I think they're in mediation, so you can be taken to trial if they cannot figure out a way to see eye to eye and a compromise. So I think they're still in that phase. What I gathered from it is that she wants an actual professional that does this for a job to be in charge of the conservatorship, which makes absolute sense to me. What I also gathered from it is that everyone who says that protests and activism don't work is just bullshit. We've seen it with the BLM protests. We've made a lot of leeway, but also there was protests outside of the courthouse for the past few weeks. And I think like this conversation, and maybe Britney didn't even know that she could take this ownership back without her fans really empowering her. So I just think it's really sick.
It's not too loud because she can't see everything.
Yeah.
Because she's like they're putting blinders on.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And they talk about, and I read in the article, they talk about when she was admitted to the psych ward 2 times in 2008. We're in 2020. Yeah. I just think in terms of mental illness, we have made a lot of progress in helping people. And I think she's
understanding.
One of those, yeah. And I think she's one of those people that has made a ton of progress. She's not shaving off her head. She's a loving human who does loving things all the time on social media from what we see.
Also, pause and just even that with that statement, Steph, like this is what we call her being insane. She changed her haircut.
Yeah, I know. That's literally all I have to say about that.
I know, but like we all think of that crazy Britney, she shaved her head. So like think about the amount of people we've seen on TikTok shave their head during quarantine.
Yeah.
And basically she's in fucking quarantine her whole life.
Yeah.
Like, so she shaved her fucking head.
It's a control thing. I fucking
thought about it. Get my fucking hair off me. It's hot.
Yeah.
This is an article from Us that says, quote, Britney does not want the conservatorship of her as a person to end, but she's concerned that Jamie could attempt to have the temporary conservator removed. The source explained this referencing the 38-year-old pop star's care manager, Jody Montgomery, who assumed the role in September 2019 after Jamie, 68, relinquished his powers due to personal health reasons. Montgomery has since had access to all records regarding Britney's medical treatment, diagnosis, and testing, although Jamie is set to take over again beginning Saturday, August 22nd, unless Britney's request is approved or Montgomery's role is extended. Quote, there has been significant improvement in Britney's overall medical treatment plan, which has been attributed to no longer having her father in charge of her personal life. So now she's seen what it's like to have somebody that isn't her dad, and she wants that to stay, which she should be allowed to do because she's a fucking adult.
And why would someone who has personal interest, who could actually gain money from it, be in control of that? That just you don't get your family members to make your will. Like, it doesn't make sense, you know? There's certain things that professionals have to handle.
Totally. 100% in agreement with you. And especially because he has such a sketchy past. And also, this is not the first, second, third, fourth, 50th time we've seen somebody who is a star, the parent of a child star, try to take advantage of their finances. That's why we literally have laws.
Yeah. And the fact that she's not asking to not have no one look after her. That's very telling. She's asking that someone professional do it.
Yeah.
That she's not asking to be free, and she doesn't think that that would be the best for her. Clearly, she's being smart about it and saying, no, maybe I still need a little bit of guidance, but not from my fucking father.
Yep. Straight up. Let's go into the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Hitman Hudson says, what are y'all favorite romantic comedies? Mine's The Princess Diaries. That film is a cinematic masterpiece. Steph?
The first one that came to mind is Crazy Rich Asians.
Oh, it's so good. I
just love it.
It's so
good. What about you, Rox?
I don't know. Somebody asked me this the other day on this show. Whatever answers I gave them, but like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, I'm still fucking obsessed with.
So good.
I love that. There's one called What Happens in Vegas that has a place in my heart, but I still love like When Harry Met Sally, or like You've Got Mail, or just some classics. I love that genre. Yeah, it's
Reese Witherspoon like just cleans up the romance.
Same with Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
So good. Ryan White in here says, I'm not sure if the hot Cheetos in the nose would be a good idea. Sounds like it would have a bad after effect in an uncomfortable amount of time. Either of the other ideas sound good. Thanks, Ryan, for caring about us. Yeah. Ryan also said, Steph, regarding the AMA episode of The World Girls, I completely understand there are questions you do not feel comfortable answering. There are things I do not like to talk about either. I'm just glad you're a part of The World Girls.
Thank you. Yeah, they accept me for who I am. That's why I love them.
Oh, us, we do. That was really cute, though, Ryan.
Thank you.
Glenn Caesar in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Hello, Roxy and Steph. Love you both. As always, thanks for a great show today. Just being awesome. I hope you and all the Rockstars band have a happy, sunny, and fuck yeah, news-filled rest of your World Girls Wednesdays.
Rock on.
Bunnies to you all. Peace, love, and hugs. Peace, love, and hugs, baby. I appreciate that, Glenn. You are the frickin' best. Yeah.
Glenn is the best.
I know. It is so very true. All right. Moving forward, a little bit more news before we get out of here. But no worries. You guys will be seeing us in a few hours. Anyway, so Kevin Hart decided to take this time to, really soul search and stand up for the little people, the people who need his help and support right now.
Don't have a platform.
He's been at a risk of cancel culture in the past. We know this. There's been a couple of actually different times in which he's had things taken away from him, like the Oscars. And he's gotten himself in hot water before, but now he's standing up for two people in hot water, Ellen DeGeneres and Nick Cannon. Ellen for everything that's going on with the Ellen show and the sexual assault and misconduct allegations of the producers on her show and the mistreatment of her staff by her, and Nick Cannon for his anti-Semitic remarks that he made, maybe a month and a half ago. Steph, I know that you were looking up on this. What did Kevin Hart have to say for himself here?
Yeah, I'll quote most of it so I don't misquote him. Because I just want him to speak for himself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We're letting people control and dictate the start and finish of people's lives. And if we are in a time of finding any type of solution to the fight of equality and change, which seems to be a global fight now, a global fight to people being treated fairly, change, understanding, and accepting the past, but preparing for a better future, that means that we can't be in a position where we're contradicting ourselves. If people have done something wrong, the idea of canceling those people and ending whatever career or thing they have, if it's just over, then what's the teachable moment for them? It's over and then you can't do nothing else for the rest of your life because you made a mistake? End quote.
Okay. So a couple different things on this.
Yeah.
Going back to when Kevin Hart made those homophobic jokes about if he found out his son was gay, he would beat the crap out of him. That is paraphrasing, but that's essentially what he said. That made it so that he wasn't hosting the Oscars. If you remember, Ellen DeGeneres had him on, and this is when some people started to turn on Ellen because she stood up for Kevin. And she is obviously a queer icon, so her coming to Kevin's defense was a big deal. So I understand why Kevin, as a friend, wants to defend her right now. Also, Kevin and Nick have been friends for a while. We've seen them together many a Hollywood social events.
Yeah.
So I get that you guys are all friends, just at the minimum of this. However, Ellen, what's coming out is that Ellen's been treating people like shit for decades and had awareness of the fact that her staff was sexually harassing or there was sexual misconduct, harassment, and multiple things going on her set. And she probably had knowledge of those things for years, up until today, up until now. Nick Cannon made anti-Semitic remarks this year. Kevin Hart, and I'm not saying that I agree with everything he says, but his jokes were dug up from 10 years ago. Those homophobic jokes were. So when he's talking about cancel culture, he's like, because somebody made a mistake, we're supposed to cancel them. Let's keep in mind, we're not throwing them in prison, and we're not saying that they cannot live their lives or have husbands or wives or kids or whatever. It's your position of power that's getting taken away. And your position of power that's getting taken away from something you're doing today, not something from your past, not something you misspoke on, not something you're apologizing for from when you were a kid. That's when cancel culture can go too far. When your past of 20 years ago, when you said something, comes back to haunt you, and we never allow you to be in the public eye again, even though you really truly have changed. How can we say that Ellen and Nick have changed when this is what they're doing right now? This is who they are right now. I don't think anybody is saying they should never work in Hollywood again, no matter what they do. And in 30 years, we're still going to absolutely hate them and they're canceled. What people are saying is, I don't actually know that I want to watch these people because one of them seems anti-Semitic and one of them seems kind of like a piece of shit.
Roxy, 100%. If you take his quote at face value, you might think, yeah, it's true. Why would we cancel people? Why would we end their careers? It just seems so terrible of us to be able to do that. When you really look at it, that's not what's happening. No one is taking you away from your children. No one is ruining your life. They are taking you away from the heaven-like platform that you're standing on that you clearly do not deserve right now. Can you build back up to that? Sure. Do I think that anyone should have been this high to begin with? No, because clearly you're not perfect. None of you are, and we all make mistakes. But neither Ellen nor Nick have made proper comments that explain themselves and apologize for what they have done. Instead, they are shielding themselves with celebrity culture, which all of us have made perfectly clear during this pandemic we don't fucking like anymore. We don't want to hear your A-list celebrity standing up for you. We care about how you treat people like us, how you treat the normal person, and clearly both of you have
people who
said
work for you.
Yeah,
your housekeeper, your PA, like, yeah. How are you treating those people? Not dear Kevin.
Katy
how
Perry.
Are you treating Ellen? Yeah,
I don't care, Katy Perry. Obviously, she treats you well. You're one of the biggest pop stars ever. You think she's gonna treat you bad before she interviews you? Like, that's not how the business works. And I just think someone put a really interesting tweet after Katy Perry and Jay Leno and all these people came out to say something. They're like, I work in marketing, and this was 100% a marketing ploy. They were all given documents of this is what the messaging should look like if you stand up for Ellen. And then they did that. And once you realize that, it's like actually kind of exactly probably what happened. And that makes it even worse than her just addressing or being honest.
Like, come out and say, I have not treated people well. Honestly, I felt like from my past, I had not been treated very well. I adopted some of those habits. I put them on my people. It's incredibly fucked up. I'm going to resign from my show. Here's who I think should take over. I need some time to become the best person that I can be. I will see you guys and update you on my progress.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kevin, I feel like just kind of displayed what I told Roxy before this, like, all of my issues with Kevin, because I think he's one of the most talented people ever. And genuinely, I believe he's a good person. It screams ego. All of this screams ego. What you're standing up for and defending is their right to be number one and make millions and have all of us give our attention in our homes and view them on our screens. And that's egotistical.
I mean, ego, Steph, when you say your dream of all dreams is to host the Oscars, and they say, no problem, you can still host based off those tweets. All you have to do is publicly apologize. And you say, no, I will not. And then they fire you, and then you publicly apologize because you're like, I will not be told to apologize. Now I'm apologizing. Ego. And I like him too, and he's definitely in a different camp than Ellen or Nick. And by the way, Ellen and Nick are in separate camps from each other too. They're all in completely different camps.
issues.
Different issues, totally. But I agree, and I just think like people are like, this cancel culture has gone too far. If what you are doing today means we don't want to watch you anymore because of who you are,
you can't call it cancel
culture.
Yeah, you can't blame us. You don't deserve to be watched.
Yeah, but I do agree. If we're going back through somebody's history, like a James Gunn, and we're looking at jokes of his that were so fucking egregious about pedophilia from 15 years ago, and we're going to fire him, that I'm like, all right, let's talk about this. Because is that who he is today? Is that who he's showing up as? It's fucking disgusting. And what was that? But do we need to cancel him? I don't know. Let's see who he is today.
Yeah.
Well, these are people who are doing this now.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
Right now.
There's a huge difference. I think that's such an important distinction because as we do like navigate how we wish to treat celebrities and where we choose to give our money and support and viewership to, it does matter. There are levels to this shit always. You have to understand the facts.
And each situation needs to be individualized.
Yeah.
So,
which is the weirdest part about him putting them together and saying he stands up for both of them. Why? Just because you're their friend? You haven't even addressed how their comments were hurtful. Do you agree with them? Do you not agree with them? Like, adios mío.
Ay, Dios mío. That's our shout out to you, Darina.
Yeah, we miss you.
We do. Speaking of Darina, we will be seeing her tonight at 6 p.m. for World Girl Wednesdays as the World Girls give a spelling bee a whirl. I titled it that. Do you think it should be give the spelling bee a whirl? A spelling bee a whirl? Give spelling bee?
A spelling bee. Yeah.
Oh, how do you know when to say A or A?
No, it's I think in sentence it's but it's alone when I'm saying distinguishing it, it's A.
Oh, it's not give a spelling bee a whirl. It's A.
I think that's totally how you choose to pronounce it.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Wap,
that's
wop, A.
Yeah.
Boston.
Tomato.
Boston. It is what it is. All right, we are getting out of here. But please join us right back here on this channel tonight for the World Girls. In the meantime, please go over to the World Girls, subscribe, put on loop in the background of your work or whatever you're doing the episodes that are in the 4K playlist because we got to get to those 4,000 watched hours. Darina was really stoked because we hit 666 on the subscriber count. That's the devil, baby.
I love her for sending that to us.
She was like, was she just watching and waiting? Like, when is it going to happen?
She rarely sends pictures, so the fact that she did that, it means a lot.
I know. Very, very true. Steph, in the meantime, they can all keep up with you.
At Steph Sabraw!
Look, I found the way to point. Oh, guys, how is our internet today? Let me know because I'm supposed to be hosting the stream tonight, as in, like, literally it's coming through my internet, and my internet's been shit, and you guys know I'm on my phone thing, so we're hoping that it's strong enough for tonight. So let me know if you could see all of this perfectly fine. And also just comment below, let us know your thoughts on the Britney Spears situation, your thoughts on the Kevin Hart situation. Do you think that cancel culture has gone too far with this one, or do you think that we're just right? What other shit did we talk about today?
And follow the World Girls on Twitter because we're going to put a poll on what the loser has to do for tonight's episode.
Look at this stuff. Internet was good. Internet was great. Looks good to me. Internet was good. Internet was fire. Internet is awesome. Worked really well. Verizon coming through with that hot spot. Right before we started, I was like, my Spectrum's good to go. It was not.
Dude.
Okay. All right.
Spectrum should be canceled.
Yeah. Cancel fucking AT&T, Spectrum, all the people, but keep the people employed because we don't want people losing jobs.
Yeah. Facts.
Guys, we are getting out of here right now, but lots of love. Watch the World Girls here tonight, 6 p.m. Until then, don't forget to make your bed, do what you can to get 1% happier, all the stuff, all the lessons we've been learning here. Lots of love. Love to Steph. Love to you all. Stay safe. And arrest the fucking cops that killed Breonna Taylor. Okay, bye.